mix up. We none of the mix up. We fix up the thing them when them want fix up. Like who I tell lie, who I get them dicks up. And I'm not the person I don't get it twisted up.
Blessed, welcome to another episode of the My 2 Cents podcast. I'm your host, TU-LOX'S, the 876 Rebel. So you know, with that, me have to say big up the whole Rebel Nation. So me I say, and for all who not join the rebellion yet, the door's still open. So me I say, so remember to like, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend, because I know support is the dream work. Speaking of support, you can support the Rebel 13 brand. See, simply by logging on to the website www.rebel13.net. And for the more updated merchandise, you can just simply follow me on Instagram at Rebel 13 Collection, at Twin of Twins, TU-LOX'S, and just support the thing. See? Also remember that we offer the finest and best in embroidery services in the island. Just simply call our WhatsApp 876-898-9888. Also brought to you by AV Auto Body Repairs. Check them out on Instagram at AV Auto Body Repairs. Them fully auto. Also brought to you by Dr. Jack Lion Paw Herbal Tonic for men. So me tell them man them so they buck up in a girl them and you hear them a complain or them a tell them friend and them friend a tell a friend and you hear your name in a circle about a 3-minute thing there and a like a 1-minute thing there like can't manage thing there, you feel some type of way about it, you can't fix it. Dr. Jack Lion Paw. So now me I jump into the episode. Alright, but you see before me jump into the episode, I want to understand something. See, sometime when you see me upload a video or you see me miss a week or so, a whole heap of things reach me. Different from the facts when my little brother drop out and me I go through a mourning period. I do videos when I try to upload. Sometimes YouTube I tell me about investigation, sometimes they tell me about it just I upload videos. So you see the people them where I report my video them for no reason. Like a bad mind man, where I look for growth towards the thing. And the people where I look for the My 2 story, I have a whole heap more story if it come. But here the story them work. The story work off our mood. So look out for the story anytime soon. Before I go in and show, you know, me I go back in a bad artist segment now. See? And the bad artist when I feature this week is a youth name. Aisha. See? All of the people them know we grow with them. Grandmother. You understand? We know our life set up. And know so them grounded in their mind. Not grounds out in their mind, you know, grounded. And if you don't know so you can relate to that song, yeah, look on this. Alright.
The streets. Shana is still a walk, even though the road walk it. No changes, no changes, no changes. Yeah. Still a hold the faith, this way I say. No good, we not bad. My granny taught me well, and these streets raised me. These streets raised me. Had to help myself. Shawty, she just had my baby. My baby. My granny taught me well, and these streets raised me. These streets raised me. Had to discipline myself. Nowadays nothing fears me. Check this. I had to man up. Now decide the man up. Now dance with Jice or girl up. Haters, I don't give a sh about you. Grab in a barrel, get a chance. We go grab it, you step out and go get it. They must go. So me know them not too quick. We sit down for your name, read your pronounce on the news. Ya know them youth are sick with them views. This game called life is like chess, you got to watch your move. My granny taught me well, and these streets raised me. These streets raised me. Had to help myself. Shawty, she just had my baby. My baby. My granny taught me well, and these streets raised me. These streets raised me. Had to discipline myself. Nowadays nothing fears me. These streets you can't get caught up with it. Tormented and messed up in it. Hustling this spinach. These streets is like my village. Them crucify my image.
Alright, so that was Shana. And the next thing we need to tell you now, that is not the official video. See, the official video coming soon. And also there will be a remix on the tune with Aisha Nai featuring a very popular international artist from Jamaica. So now go and go follow Aisha Nai music. Check out Aisha Nai on Facebook. Check out in Vivo. Check out all of the things them come up on every digital platform. See? So that was Aisha Nai music. Now the next artist I'm gonna play. Matter of fact, 2 artists. See? And not necessarily a young artist, because I'm telling you, I feature a bad song. Established or not. See? So them 2 youth here, they have a big song one at a time. See? When you think of chattings, that are Iceberg and Shizzle Sherlock. See? So them not new to the thing. But that song here is another hit song under them belt. See? Iceberg, bad artist. See? Shizzle Sherlock, great. Baddest thing in a fashion arena. Them man they use anything make fashion, and it's not only bad in a fashion, improve too. No? Saying bad in a music. Check out that tune here. Squid Game. Check it out.
Red light, green light, get it right. 4, 5, 6.
Red light, green light, red light, green light, red light, green light.
Them not no love for mankind, just the vanity. Look how one kind them treat humanity. As the sunshine, me thank God for my sanity. Free my mind off all profanity. Them we do anything for the fame. Squid Game, sell you out for money just to see 'em. Squid Game, I can make you trust for your name. Squid Game, predators not no shame. Squid Game, them we do anything for the fame. Squid Game, sell you out for money just to see 'em. Squid Game, I can make you trust for your name. Squid Game, predators not no shame. Squid Game. Miss the man in a gathering, I said that I guard him. Hope your man a fraud him, take your money and carry. When them bad, me no keep them company. Come me see dog turn pussy in front of me. Try my best to know the real from the fake them. Whenever I help for bake a bread but want break them. Me say friend I kill friend, me no rate them. Some cut the grass on my foot for see the snake them. Them we do anything for the fame. Squid Game, sell you out for money just to see 'em. Squid Game, I can live your trust for your name. Squid Game, predators not no shame. Squid Game, them we do anything for the fame. Squid.
Alright. When I say that, so when I go on over there and go support Shizzle Sherlock, support Iceberg, make them know say a TU-LOX'S sending us. See? Alright, now today we're going to talk about double standard among other things. Because you know when it comes to double standard, I don't play with it. That's something, one of my pet peeve. Whenever I buck up in a double standard, I irritated bad. Like, I don't like double standard. I just feel say, yo, if what good for the goose, I feel good for the gander. And that's how me look on it. Alright, I think my part ways with that something already, but it's still in the news. See? And me, as well as enough people, I'm sure, say, still have some unanswered questions when we hear, say, Kevin Smith dead in a car accident. See? But before me get into the real matter, me give who no know a quick synopsis. See? This man I'm be Kevin Smith. Say, my God. You see me? Enough people I wonder if he's mad, including myself, which we come to find out say I'm never mad. I'm just master psychology. This man have a degree in a psychology. See? So him just go to no boom, call the fool them, tell them say my God, convince them believe him, call them one night, tell them to come on the ark. Yes, the ark, believe it or not. The ark, like Noah, as in Noah. That him call him church, come at the ark. Tonight the flood come, we'll leave out. So him go up on Facebook and him post and tell him members them for come at the church, everybody for wear white and leave them phone in a file paper. And when them reach at the church, only if you find out God up there bust throat, I mean I talk ram goat. People, the man end up kill 2 people in the church. Quick synopsis, police raid the place, I'll shoot out, go on. Police I shoot after police, all type of mix up. I go on. Gotta show ya, I go on good while now. I mean I tell you it's a hit series this. Every day or something else about that case here. See? But him there, alright, you don't realize, enough people don't realize what that man are doing. That man put L.A. Lewis to shame. When he talk about attention and detail, remember, you know, everybody do things for attention, but that man take a big step down to death, the man plan out. Who realize how closely this resemble the Bible story? I just couple things change up, you know, them kind of tweak it. Remember, you know, before everything mash up, you know, this man in church, I tell the people, them say, my God, you know, and he come back in flesh, you know. And he's going to be persecuted. Just like when Jesus said, come according to what them saying in the Bible. And dead for our sin. The man goes a boom and him reenact him story exactly like Jesus. Now remember when he got mobile, you know, and we see a video come out to him and say, oh, I come to you and you refuse me. You know, see him demeanor in that video? You see how calm him is? Like him a try to tell us, say, yo, look, I am Jesus. You know, remember all of the depiction of Jesus. He's not a man who talk loud. He's not a man who... So you see the fire burning Kevin Smith, him left at the church. Now, when them take him into custody, now him become Jesus. Now, look what happened. And after them take him into custody, like what them they do Jesus, look what happened now. The man try to make it look now like, you see there? Me in them hands. I want to remember. Look what happened. When him got the station now and a time for him charge for murder, man Tigobe, whosoever did response for the case, they refused to charge him down there. And this is where me that wonder. This is where my confusion come from. See, even though the DPP come clear it up in the next video when we are play, when we are about to play. See, when them decide to them carry my town, only not see how closely that resemble. When Pilate said, I see no wrong that this man has done. I wash my hands clean. His blood will be on your hands. That's when they talk about Caiaphas, them sell out Jesus. Head at the Sanhedrin church. He might tell them, say, me not say Jesus do nothing wrong. When I tell him to kill Jesus for and crucify him for, it don't make no sense to me. So me wash my hands clean of him. So guess what Pilate do right? I said, no. And when me say Pilate, me I talk about whosoever did response for him case. Pilate send him a town to Caesar. The only twist in the story is that when him and him way to Caesar, him crashing at the car and dead. Anyway, long story short, man lose him life. All type of things that go around. Me say the man from that something I start is like it can't done. Now, me can't believe this. I want to look for yourself. This is an interview between the DPP, that are the Director of Public Prosecution, see, and the defense. Two of them in a one interview, you know. See? So, watch over there.
Ms. Llewellyn did mention about not trying the case in the public. The facts of this case are
notorious.
Notorious. You know, they are rather bizarre, you know.
They are bizarre,
yeah,
and they're very notorious. And there is no way, no professional, yes, who is credible.
Yes.
Whether police, defense counsel, or prosecutor, who are judge, who has experience, would ever expect this case to be dealt with in St. James.
As a matter of fact,
it would have been inimical to the accused in terms of his right to fairness,
yes,
because the jury pool would be so narrow,
yes,
and would...
Alright. Them take the man and them decide that them are sending him to town. This is why he wasn't charged in Moby and them decide to Kingston have to charge him, you know. I want to send him to Kingston because the jury pool would be so narrow. Basically, the sensationalism that was placed on this case based on social media, him not going to get a fair trial. So them take him from Moby and send him to town. So that what? Him can get a fair trial at Kingston as opposed to Moby. So you tell me, so when him leave Moby, him leave social media Moby. Him leave the entire sensationalism surrounding the case in a Montego Bay. And that not tell me. You say the accused of a right and thing. You know, nobody demonize them with the social media and all these things. So you are tell me, say, the accused in this case, Kevin Shea, see, him get demonized by social media. No, I devil himself demonized this man here. How wicked that man was, now have nothing to do with social media.
Whether for or against.
Yeah, the point I'm trying to raise in relation to the bizarreness and the public sentiments and that's the allegation and high emotions,
yes,
is that, you know, we are appealing to the public and social media in particular not to try the case, you know, against the accused man.
Well, it is very difficult, Mr. Williams.
It's very difficult
because another thing which was very highly unusual, I myself heard several potential witnesses giving interviews to the media.
That's correct, yeah.
No, that is not something that normally happens.
It's dangerous.
And it's not something that should be encouraged. Let me leave it at that.
Yes.
It's not...
Alright. I totally agree. It's not something that should be encouraged. So you are telling me, Miss DPP, that the few little people that will talk to the media taint the case. One church full of idiot where the man did about to kill. But 3 or 4 or 5 of them decide to talk to the media. I could say 150 of them. 145 idiots not still left alive where can come give evidence. So does that now mean say investigators can't carry out them work because people know? There have been cases for years that where public found them opinion upon. based on the facts of the case is very popular. It's a high profile case. Once the case is high profiled, does that now automatically mean that none of them never got school to deal with a case that becomes a high profile case? And people are talking and share the news whether it's real or fake? All of a sudden, you don't know no work no more because the case popular. I'm confused, me just ask some question. Continue.
And if you notice, in 99% of cases that come before the court, you do not have witnesses giving detailed, lengthy interviews.
And we are
to the media.
On behalf of this,
the horse has gone to the gate already.
I agree.
The horse has gone to the gate. So the best that we in the system can do is seek to give detailed allegations based on what we have on our file. And that is why I went out of my way to be so detailed, so we can correct the record and indicate that what we have, we are not indulging in gossip or susu. It is what we have on our files, which are based on statements,
urging the
which
media,
is why I've been so detailed.
we're also urging the media that in the event that anyone should come forward willing to express any views or opinions or whatever the case may be in relation to this case, that they stay away from that practice.
But with the greatest of respect, Mr. Williams, you see why you have to prosecute and defense counsel. The fact of the matter is that in terms of the Charter of Rights and the Constitution, freedom of expression, it's a right.
It is a right.
It is a right,
It
Mr.
is a
Williams.
right. It is a right.
Freedom of expression is a right. Is that so? You mean, say, the same country where we live in, where if you want, for example, you want to demonstrate, you have to get a permit from the same people you want to demonstrate against. Which in we all know the result of that. Because if you come to me, for example, for permission to cuss me, you think me I give you permission to cuss me? So a country that states that you need a permit for talk for your right as a citizen, where them claim say have right to express themselves, where them claim say the people have the power. Jamaicans have no rights. If you are the same thing, people have a right to express themselves. But we need a permit to do it. So rights and permit kind of the same sentence. When you have a right, you don't need a permit to have a right. So the same country there where we need a permit in order to express ourselves about things what we want or what we don't want. We don't have that right. Right away you can freely express yourself. So the expression, the freedom of expression of some people. Yo, listen, I first me ever see double standards in my entire life. Me don't know about no way. I hear some me born and grow. Jamaica invent double standard. Nobody can beat Jamaica on double standard. They man lead. See, you can open a business name, double standard furnishing. Me can't see it now. You're bad. Because Jamaicans know what that is. So don't tell me nothing about freedom of expression. Continue.
Before the
Yes, but
before the media, that's all we're saying.
But Mr.
We can't
Williams,
try the case before the media.
Mr. Williams,
That's all we're saying, Madam BBP.
that is in utopia,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Or perhaps in some arc.
Agree,
But
agree, but
not.
the fact
not
is the
when you
horse,
have-
the horse has gone through the gate. The horse has
already.
gone through the gate.
But all I would
And-
just ask is some patience,
Yeah.
because the accused person deserves fairness in terms of due process.
Correct.
And also
Yes.
the
And the right not to be
trauma.
tried in the public.
Well, all right.
Yes.
But the trauma,
I have to say that.
the trauma that the victims and their families, members of that church, went through, they too have a right to have their feelings validated. And the best way for it to be validated is for them also, potential witnesses and victims, to see.
So the victims, and even the accused have a right to have them feelings validated. You tell me, so one bag of idiot where somebody can just come from somewhere and tell them say my God, and them line up willingly to get them throat bus. Me feel sorry for them? How? Anybody was sorry for them people here? Sicker than them. The whole of them people have to go and the system sick. And I don't know, for some strange reason, I've never seen any governmental organization expressing when in a whole ghetto youth for no reason at all anything good about them rights, anything good about the victim, about the families. When I get a youth, all me know is every single person involved in this a lunatic. Alright, if you think I'm mad, check this. Look on the screen. Dr. Kevin Smith then asked her, "Do you believe I can raise you from the dead?" Miss Gardner replied, "Yes." Dr. Smith responded, "Your blood of sick SIC, you know that. To be cleansed, I will have to cut your throat." And Miss Tanika Gardner said, "Yes." And you want tell me, so that person is a victim? Victim of what? Stupidity? Lunacy? Madness? Victim of what? May I show now the state? Wicked. Look on this. Check on the screen again. 14 pathways children out of state custody. Wanna take picnic and wanna give back the picnic them to the mad people them who put them in a danger in the first place without anybody reporting that before they give back them people there. They picnic them to go back in a danger. Nobody made one statement, nobody made one effort for test none of these people who follow a man who say my God for psychiatric evaluation. But guess what? The government don't want to spend money to take care of them children. That becomes children of the state. So guess what? As soon as things calm down, let's give them back to them parents. Because we don't have no money for that. We don't send back the picnic them now to be subjected to further abuse. Because somebody can believe something like that, picnic no safe around them. Them can believe anything. If they get a dream, so them to kill them picnic, that them are going to do. People like this, their mind fickle. And any little thing where them believe, according to them warped mind and how them mental state shaky, anything can happen to them youth there. So guess what? A phone and the blood they go depend. I could talk about social media now, a high profile case. And when them going at the media, there was no concern. Alright, see that brother I'm talk about? I like them a disclaimer when I talk about him, because somehow no. Him for dead a prison and him for this and him for that, but he will forever, for me, no know about the next man, be the face of double standard in a Jamaica. This have nothing to do with innocence or guilty. That I know me there so. But you have double standard. When Vybz Kartel case was on trial, with all due respect, who put every single word, every single day, every single minute out in the media? Who do that? Who no? And allow the media to form them opinion based on the evidence that them I hear and I read in a court every single morning. And guess what? Ironically, are the same people them now who doesn't agree that the case should be given out to social media for form your opinion upon the accused. But Vybz Kartel case did willingly put in the paper and social media every single day till the case done. So you never have concern them time there. Say people are going to form them opinion. Jury and otherwise. Who don't really believe that the jury now have a life different from the fact that them come a court a morning time. That you don't believe? So it's only important for one set of people. You don't form your opinion based on social media. But Kartel could have been freely demonized by all of the information where the court system allow the journalists them and the media house them and social media for publish. How is that for fairness and impartiality? How is it? What kind of rights? This is a mania where bust two people throat clearly in front of the world in a shootout with police and live, by the way, because we all know if this was, for example, one of them get to there and one little youth and him 5 friends them in one room and one gun in there and come in, none of them not even fire a shot, everything in that dead. Double standard wicked people. everything in that dead. Cause guess what? Most ghetto youth don't have no money for defend nothing. So just kill them off like dog and throw them away. But when upper class friends commit the worst, most heinous crimes, all of a sudden you remember say people have right to fair trial and all of the illusion them. That's only a reality for rich people. Forget how you a fair trial, illusion. Enough youth they capture right now and never do nothing. You think everybody were in a prison, guilty. And then guess what? When them come out and have the scars of prison and the brand, the stigma that says you're a prisoner, your life get even worse. And then the worst part of it, some of them are in the innocent. You can imagine you come out innocent and the stigma of prison they upon you. Because really and truly, where you're sentenced for where you come from. And we all know that. Make us stop pretend. Where you're sentenced for and where you come from. That's what me and I go fix till whole heap of things fix. Because enough of the youth them are out there the wrong things. Them are do it based on the pain that them are feel. Which part of the therapy there? But the psychiatrists when you have to talk to prisoner before them leave prison and come back integrate in a society. Which part of that? But that program there. We talk to the youth them when they're wrongfully in prison, we're bitter. You give a man 10 years and he knows he never do nothing. You see that 10 years there? A 10 year what a bitterness that we're not creating our youth. When them come back out already, think them good. Eh? And then watch the hypocrisy now what them do, you know. On the flip side of that, you have some of them who show sympathy for Kevin Smith, right? And he should be tried fairly, and you know, them try to make all the mad people them whether they look like them did have sense though. As somebody they're victims all of a sudden. Because of religion and God. A church and state them use and control the people from day one. From day one, I'm not afraid to say that. The biggest wicked them boy are a pastor. Am I saying some of them not naturally do the right thing? But most of them are the fuckery. And the government know this stuff and they do nothing about it. Enough things we oppress people in Jamaica. Government do nothing about it. Insurance company, all of these things. Where you get back nothing for nothing. Nothing at all. Because we don't read the fine print and we just run go insure this, run go do that. And when you got the insurance company, bam! Them tell you say you're not entitled to nothing because you never read the fine print. Years, we not take people for clown. And I go on like say people have rights. People don't have no rights. Look on the flip side of what them do now. You know how good kind of a balance, you know. So see the good part of them, you know. We have to look like we take the law serious. Yes. You know what we're going to do? We have to charge him. You know, yes, there's a process. The man dead. There's a process. And them charge him posthumously. So when they drop them sentence there, who go to prison? Who do the time? When they tell him 100 years, for bossy 2 people throat, who go to the time? But that is a slap in a people face, you know, because when you do these things, whenever you see the loophole for try, look good. But the people not even realize that if this man was alive, he would have get away. Because them connections never normal. When you have police and soldier, I wear them uniform and I escort you all about the place, just so. No permission, no nothing. You never a normal man. So now them quick to charge him when him dead. Them couldn't charge him a mobile, you know. But them charge him when him dead. The body not reach a town all now. So tell me how to get for charge him. You couldn't charge him mobile. So how to charge him a Linstead or Spanish Townish for him when body might there now. Because I don't know when body there. So stupid you know be. Because legally, if you couldn't charge him in a mobile, alive or dead, you shouldn't can charge him when his body lay down there instead somewhere. And the rest, how we've been seeing these double standards in the media, clear and plain and simple. We're man thief, ears ring. And now they are road for Christmas to their date. Early November. And them know from now, say the man they were thieves some ears ring. Now they are jail up on the screen. I not tell a lie on nobody. Him now they are road. Now they are road for December. Thief 2 ears ring. But look on the next man up on the screen. Millions of dollars. And him there road with all I get paid. Probably they have a 5-star resort right now. I enjoy him life. Because there's a mentality that the only criminals in Jamaica are the poorer class and that are fuckery. Check on the screen. Yes. Them down at the same ark, pathways, aka the ark. I sanitize the place. Them a clean it up. You can't believe that? Oh gosh. My murder committing there. And you just got sanitize the place. But when you say murder commit up at 7 Swallowfield Avenue, I want to never sanitize the place. I want to tear it down. Because how dare he think he can come and ghettoize the area with him and his hooligans and peer call make and not have it tear down. Regardless of whether them get permission to tear it down or not, there was no permission requested as far as me can see to tear down the Pathways Church. But there shall be no memory of the ghetto youth, no? So after I do all of that, see, I go ask you now, what makes cartel crime when commit worse than that man here? I'm gonna be one. I've never seen any liar, nobody for the system. Forgive me if it did out there, but me never see it. Asking for any kind of sympathy for Vybz Kartel. When you say Kartel wicked, the man I'm be wicked too. But somebody come out and ask for sympathy, ask for fairness, asking for impartiality as it relates to the trial. Asking for this big stinking beast where he master psychology and come and come take some sheep for clown. Them ask for sympathy for a man who is obviously not God but the devil incarnate. Them ask for sympathy for him. But the real devil where them seen at the situation are Vybz Kartel. We are talking about double standard today. If the rich people them we are commit most of the crime, the upper class we are commit most of the crime, boy. I see them get a youth when I eat like poison. Are the upper class and them go to majority of them crime if walls could talk. If the witness them never so coward and afraid of the 110. Like puss. Yeah man, you can't say 110. Big up Sir P. Because he must say termite. Him endorse my termite talk, so I can endorse him 110 and him 87s. If the witness them did brave enough to talk on the 110, only that sister the 87s and the 90s are bad compared to the wickedness of these people. But I'm telling you something. Until you start including upper class friend them on a list of what you call criminal, I say freedom for Vybz Kartel, freedom for Ninja Man. And I now say this based on the grounds of innocence or guilt. As when I tell you, may I say this based on the grounds of fairness and impartiality. One person cannot be labeled a criminal, whether them commit criminal acts or not, while the other is labeled as, oh, them just make a mistake. And yes, I'm telling you again, Kartel is a perfect example of double standard. Not a perfect example of an innocent youth or a guilty youth. Perfect example of a double standard. We're in other country. And until them change them dirty ways, yeah, Jamaican system now gonna reach now because the system are ignore the people. And the people stupid and them blind and them not see it. Because all them concerned with a party and worried. This man was charged with the buggering. I mean not talk consensual buggering of another man in Canada. And he got prison up there. And just come back to Jamaica, come set up shop. So easy. No system not in place. We're sure we put people like this on a registry. We make people know, say, look, that type of money in an area. If we need to put the whole of the energy in things like this, the whole of St. Thomas wouldn't have out to look for one little girl, two little girl. Everybody a pray, say, I better them get violated more than dead. You feel they're so nervous that I say, boy, I better take when you want and just left them alive, you know. When we pick them out, come out of them situation, when we look at that, them out can go shop again. When mothers and fathers out can send them youth to school and not fret for the entire day till them see them youth come back through the gate. When? We don't see type of Jamaica where we are head for. And majority of this is because upper class people, the system itself, refuse to take accountability, to be the biggest, not part of crime, For the crime itself. Because the man will send God do it just as bad as the man will squeeze the trigger. You and them are the same thing. And the youth them where do the killing, been working with them for years. Years. And now simply because them not deal with them no more than so again, all of a sudden them are quote unquote criminal. Mr. DPP, with all due respect, where is the full length of the law when it concerns the rural reads, the petrojams, all of the politicians them that has been robbing this country blind from the inception? Where's the prosecution for those? As soon as any one of them upper class, shocking color, white color criminal, they do anything, politician or otherwise, there's always something found within the law, believe it or not, legislation that protects these people. Them create the law. So one of the things that when them create the law, them create it for broke it. And just you don't know the law, so them can just use the law and send you a prison, but them use the same law to stay a road when them commit for them crime, because them know them are criminal. One last one, I promise you, watch a double standard there. Who remember the upper class man would draw him lights of firearm and point it after people in the traffic? You remember that video there? If you don't remember, talk about it in the comment section. And his gun was seized by the FLA, right? His license firearm was seized. Yeah, which is right, because you know I use it right and all these things. See? But you have a selector named Tony Mataran. Yeah man, no fun no who come in a verbal argument with another selector and a same of him gun. Him never read out the serial number upon him gun in him, never tell you which gun him have. And his firearm was seized. And make we say his behavior was reckless. Right? So they decided to seize him gun. Alright, fine. When you seize the upper class man, when you point it after people in a traffic while being drunk, anything could have happened. And you give him back. And you take what the selector gun, Tony Mataran, and you publish it in the paper. Further putting this man's life in danger. Just put him have some enemy on the ground. And them read the paper and know say him never have a firearm now. Perfect time for do the man something. Mataran talk about having a gun. Selectors go to war every day in a sound clash and say them are the biggest murderer. Me a gun man, me a this, me a that. And we all know so them just a try to out talk one another. What Mataran did was verbal, but what Mr. Uptown did, Mr. Highty Tighty, was physical. You see him on a video, point him gun in a people car while being drunk. Somebody explain to me if you don't see the double standard right there, so you have to go. And the people them so fucking blind. Alright, we've come to the end of another My 2 Cents podcast. And as usual, I ask the item, tell a friend to tell a friend. Share, subscribe, like. You see what I say? Join the rebellion. You see what I say? Big up Rebel Nation. You know that government say New Walker, big up yourself. You don't know Dwight Cooking Show, Clarendon Check. All of the real people them will support the channel, you see what I say? And if you don't want to support the channel, otherwise the links them in the description. Nothing stopping you from do it, because everything takes support in order for work. And speaking of support, me like work for mine. So if you don't really want to support the channel, just support the merchandise. Simple. 876-898-9888. See? So until next time, I'm TU-LOX'S, the 876 Rebel. Blessed.